It's time for Taste Appeal. Are you looking for dinner? It's quick to make, it's budget friendly, and it's pretty tasty.
Always.
Always, right?
Always. I will never complain if you say you're going to offer that. Joining us now to show us how to make chicken pad thai is personal chef Bill Collins from chefbill.com. All right, we're making chicken pad thai. This is a little intimidating for me.
Well, I can understand why, because it's got a lot of ingredients you wouldn't necessarily have in your kitchen cabinets, although you would have most of them, and everything we're using today can be found in just about any supermarket in North America and the whole world. Easy enough. Easy enough. So right there, a little pressure is off. So really just think of it as a couple of steps. First one, pad thai, the noodles are the key thing. They come dried. You can get them in an Asian market, in the supermarket even. And these are rice noodles, which means this whole dish is also gluten-free.
No way.
It really is. That's one bonus. So now, when you've got the rice noodles, what you want to do is either throw them in boiling water real quickly, or if you have plenty of time to spare or beforehand, just throw them in a bowl of cold water, let them sit. They can sit for an hour, they can sit for many hours. It doesn't matter, they'll be fine.
That's
and what's
easy.
going to happen is these aren't cooked, but these are soft. So this is just from soaking in water from that. So I'm just going to put that down there for a moment.
Right here.
The other ingredient that's key to all pad thai is...
You having fun?
Can we play with food? This is really cool.
Always play with
All
your
right.
food.
I wanna play with one
Play
too.
with the food set.
I'm so intrigued.
And the other key ingredient is a fish sauce. Now, this is like ketchup in Southeast Asia. And
Fish sauce, really?
Fish sauce, really. And all it is anchovies and salt, and it's such a
yum.
harsh smell to our
Yes.
Western sensibilities. I've got some there if you want to take a whiff.
Oh, I can smell it.
You can smell it from
Yeah,
there.
I gotta give it
However, it's only one component of so many things. So what I'm going to do
Stings.
first is I'd like to start out, some people like to have a little egg in their pad thai, so really just scrambling up an egg. Now, you see here I'm using a wok, but you can use a skillet. I use a skillet 99% of the time, but I thought for show and tell we would go with the wok.
What is special wok rules? Because I know the thing with the wok is it heats the whole side of the pan, so your things are cooking like more in a convection way. Is that right?
Well, it gives you more flexibility to move things up around on the sides, move things over a little bit, because the sides are going to be cooler than the main part of the pan. So it gives you more of that Eastern style of cooking. It just makes things very more flexible for you. Gives you more options. And so you saw how quickly that cooked. Just kind of break that up, and I'm just going to pop it right here. That part's done.
Wow,
Step
that was
one,
quick. That was like less than 30
Step one,
seconds.
less than 30 seconds. Now, this next step will take just a few minutes, and I'm going to cook up the chicken, which all I've done is I've cut it into thin slices. You can cut it into cubes. You don't want to leave the chicken whole because that'll just be weird. Because you want this to be cooked quickly.
Okay.
And so this is really just going to cook in just a matter of a few minutes. So I'm just going to pop it in there, and I'm going to continue the travelogue with the food here.
Okay.
Perfect.
Now, I've also got freshly chopped garlic, scallions, peanuts. Peanuts are also key to pad thai that you'll find in just about everybody's recipe. One of the things, though, a lot of people do have peanut allergies. If you skip the peanuts, that's fine. You got so many other flavorful things going on.
You can do other nuts too. I can imagine. If you're not a peanut guy, maybe some almonds.
You sure can. Peanuts are traditional, but any kind of nut is fine. Because it also gives you a little crunch and a little different mouthfeel, which is nice.
Now, what's that? Is that Bloody Mary mix?
It can be if you want.
No.
And
A lot of fish oil, I bet.
because vodka takes care of everything. But what I've done is this is the pad thai sauce. I've used the fish sauce. Actually, I also wanted to point out this is my favorite named product in the world: vegetarian fish sauce.
That's.
And
Doesn't make any sense.
It makes no sense. However, I like to use this for when vegetarians happen to be by and I'm making pad thai. So it's got a very nice flavor to it, and I can make this without chicken, of course. So I'm just going to give this a stir.
And I've seen like shrimp pad thai, beef pad thai, pork pad thai.
All kinds of pad thai, and the key thing is vegetarian. You can use tofu, whatever you want to throw in there. Shrimp pad thai is very popular, so it's really quite good. So while that's cooking, I want to talk about the sauce a little bit. I've got fish sauce. What gives us this color is a little bit of paprika, but it also has a little bit of sweet, a little bit of bite. I put sugar in there. You can use agave or honey if you'd like. And for a bit more of the bite, in addition to the fish sauce, I put some Tabasco in.
Huh.
So it's really it's a balance of sweet and bite. Now, one thing, many pad thai recipes, people insist, their family one is the best, is a lot of them have cilantro in it, which I know is not a favorite of Ashley's.
That's okay. It's not all about me.
Of course it is.
No, it's
but,
not.
but the thing is, you could either have that. I actually don't put it in because I put scallions in instead. But also, a lot of people have tamarind paste, which also gives you a little
Tamarind
paste, little sweet, little bite. We've got all those equivalents here, so you're all set then to combine it. Now, I was saying how fast it is. Once you've cooked the chicken, or even if you're just browning tofu or shrimp, that comes out, and the rest of the ingredients go in. So, and that takes literally just 2+ minutes. So it's really very, very fast. And you can do this, when you get home from work. Don't have to do any, pre-cooking, pre-soaking.
Oh, that's what I love to hear. Don't have to do any pre-cooking. Well, Chef Bill, we're going to check back in with you later on.
Perfect.
And finish up this dish.
Absolutely.
Thanks so much.
Thank you.
Welcome back to Mass Appeal, and we're back with personal chef Bill Collins. ChefBill.com is the website. Finishing up chicken pad thai.
Ooh, garlic. I love that smell.
Nothing
just
better.
threw it in there.
And it's drowned out the smell of the fish oil, which we could smell
Fish
earlier.
sauce.
Fish sauce.
Which smells
less than stellar.
not so fantastic.
No, but once it's in pad thai, somehow it transforms into this mystical, magical, amazing taste.
Well, I always think of the analogy of you're not going to eat a spoonful of flour, but you're going to eat bread.
That's
so
exactly.
it's just a component.
Exactly.
Feel free
Yes.
to use that anytime. So what
I just
we have
wrote it
here,
down in my mind.
Reaching across, we've got the noodles, and we're just going to throw them in. And you hear that sizzle because there's still some water left on the noodles. And going to throw these all in.
Now, would rice noodles be considered a healthier version of a pasta because it doesn't have all that starch?
Well, it does have starch, but it doesn't have
The wheat.
The wheat. So in a way, yes, it is. But I mean, there's still carbs.
It's not a low-calorie option.
Well, it's not a big calorie option. Boy, I feel like I'm evading your answer.
That's okay.
But we've got the pad thai in there, the noodles in there, and we just put the lid on and just let it cook. So set it and forget it, as you like to say.
I love saying
But that's
that.
about 2 minutes. But it is a healthier variation because it doesn't have the heaviness of a regular pasta, but it's a different one also. So it's such a great way to go when you've got, especially somebody if they're gluten allergies or something like that. So this is literally just 2 minutes. And so what happens is the chicken is already cooked. Everything's going to go in there. We're just waiting for it to come up to a boil, which, because it's live TV, it's taking its time.
Oh, of course it is. Always
And
is.
so that's just going to simmer along there. And again, we've got the fish sauce that's in there, so it's got a little bit of the sweet, a little bit of a bite. The peanuts, you saw, I put some in with the garlic and the sauteed them around, so there's a little crunch in there. And then the peanuts and the scallions are going to go on top for a garnish.
Oh, that's when the scallions come in. So you don't actually cook the scallions, they just go right on top.
Exactly. And so also going on top, and this is also a great way to not only to stretch the meal a bit, but adds a little freshness to it, is bean sprouts. And again, available
love
in
bean
every
sprouts.
supermarket. Not as good as chocolate, but they're very good.
That's toss-up.
Available
good.
in every supermarket. And so what you do is we're going to be taking the mixture at the end, all the noodles, throwing the chicken back in, combining with the bean sprouts, and then voila, it's done. So as you saw earlier, it's so fast. The chicken, not even 5 minutes to cook. This, depending how quick the burner is going along, is about 2 minutes to cook. And it's ready to go, just about. So now, one thing I also like to do is take just one of the noodles, and because when you put it in, it's going to be crunchy, but by when this comes to a boil, if it does before the news comes on, then you'll find that you can take one if you want.
And we're going to plate that up. We're just about out of time, Chef Bill,
Exactly.
but it's going to be delicious.
Thank you, Chef Bill.
Going to throw that in, and it's all set to go.
Make it pretty. Very
In the
good.
meantime,